So we're going to be opening up the YG records now after this. I'm really not sure if I have the inventory to take everything, because this might be a bit of a problem, especially towards the end. Right now my current rewards is somewhere around 400 cards, so this could be problematic for my inventory. I'm probably going to have to swap over and do some upgrading in between. If you see the VOD on YouTube, this bit on collecting the link upgrading will be cut out of the VOD. But now we're going to be diving right into it. First up, then we just get this maintenance package out of the way. Okay, really nothing much special from there. First batch of world records. First one, this is the second place for A Boy, which is G-Dragon's song A Boy. It was just unlocked immediately after maintenance on the same day that there's a few other races that's going on. I think it was How People Move on the same day. And then it dropped in a triple update alongside Taeyang's Ringa Linga, which I managed to lock the world record for in the subsequent week. Alongside, I can't remember what the other song was. It wasn't really much to remember, if I remember correctly, it wasn't much. So yeah, that was it was iKON's Freedom. That was the other song. So yeah, first up is A Boy. Next one is Black. So on G-Dragon's song Black, which features Jennie from Blackpink, I managed to take 29th place on that song, because that was immediately after world record reset and multiple songs were clear, so I wasn't able to do all the songs in time. However, a song that I was able to do much sooner was One of a Kind, which I managed to place 5th place on, because it's a fairly hard song that more people were unable to do FSPing. So I went for One of a Kind, managed to take 5th place. Next one, Untitled 2014. So Untitled 2014, as most of you will know, there was a bonus on the 5th of June, same night as the Sechskies bonus, where Untitled was open for world records. So I managed to snipe first place with a 0-0 timing, which for those of you who are not already aware means that exactly on the dot when the bonus started, I went into the song. It's quite hard to manage the timing for it, so I'm quite pleased myself that I managed to pull off the 0-0 snipe on Untitled and managed to lock myself first place over there. Next up, Crooked. Crooked I played a bit later on. It was still on the same day, however I managed to get 10th place. My good friend WX managed to lock first place of the song, so I'd like to congratulate him for it. 15th place on Who You, which is a little more tricky but also fairly crowded, because G-Dragon songs have a lot of R50 players, and all the R50 players do contribute to the currently extremely packed leaderboards that we have. Crayon, I held my own. I managed to hold up to the end and managed to retain my second place on Crayon. So yeah, and before I carry on, I'm going to take a screenshot of my current lobby. So this is the current status of my rewards, which is 685 diamonds, 159,220 RP. That one's not going to change much. But I managed to hold on to the end of, so as I was saying, I managed to hold on to the end of Crayon with just 4 perfects on my score. I don't think I'll be able to pull it off this season. That was quite difficult to pull off. And finally, you can see here, this is a 200 win reward for music battles, 700 diamonds. So we're going to claim this lot first. We're just going to be getting a lot of R cards. Let's just see if I can manage to finish any of my collections with the R cards. I don't think I can finish much really, because I'm just left with a few cards here and there that I just need to get art, and that's about it. So the best case scenario is that I managed to get the iKON cards that I'm missing out, but those are Rhythm Tar cards. And yeah, first batch of rewards cleared through. Next up is Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker, I managed to take 3rd place, because Heartbreaker is a very difficult song to FSP, so most people put it on lower priority immediately after the reset happened. I just quickly rushed in to collect it. So here, next 2 songs here, you can see these are Hi Hi and Baby Goodnight. So these 2 songs are GD and top songs. I just had R6 deck on them, so being able to place on the top 100 was pretty surprising, but I managed to get some rewards for, managed to get the 1A card for both Baby Goodnight and Hi Hi for placing within top 100. Although I expect this season it will change a lot. Next one here is Good Boy. So Good Boy managed to lock in the world record. For those of you who are unaware, during the first season of this year, which was quarter 1, I managed to R50 my Good Boy at the very last second. It was just about almost time for a reset. I managed to R50 my Good Boy deck just an hour before reset, and I did a few plays, I managed to lock in a world record in that very first world record season. However, when it came down to this season, Good Boy was open for locking again during Taeyang's birthday, so I managed to lock in the Good Boy world record for first place during the 4% bonus on Taeyang's birthday. And that garnered me a few extra rewards. So next up, we're going to the Sechskies world record. So for Sechskies, there was the bonus on Eunjiwon's birthday. That was the 5th of June at the start of the bonus. The bonus started on the 5th of June. His birthday was on the 8th of June, it ended on the 11th. It was the same time as Untitled, it was kind of unfortunate. But I still managed to lock in some first places then. So one of the first places I managed to unlock at that time was Heartbreak Hotel. So Heartbreak Hotel being one of Sechskies' oldest songs. If I'm not wrong, it came out in 1996 on their debut album. Quite a classic song. They remade it for their 2016 re-album along with many other classics. So this was what came out in Superstar YG. So Heartbreak Hotel managed to lock in first place. For Don't Look Back, I was a bit later to the songs because I did the other songs first. So I went for Comeback, then Heartbreak Hotel, then afterwards I went for Chivalry. So those 3 songs I managed to lock in more records. So for this one, there's Don't Look Back. It's a ballad song, it's a bit easier. I managed to lock in 13th place on it. Next up, Dream. So for Dream, I played a bit after I finished my initial batch of songs. I managed to lock in 6th place on the song itself. And now you can see Comeback just peeking out right at the end. Managed to take first place on that song also. That was the first song I did for Sechskies, although I had to restart a few times because I wasn't doing particularly well on it. But yeah, so far we are done with about 4 of the Sechskies songs. Heartbreak Hotel, Don't Look Back, Dream, and Comeback. So we're going to be claiming through all these R cards really quickly. I'm just going to see if I can finish up any more of my collections. Because I do have a lot, I still have a few more cards that I need to get ASAP. And that should finish up my Big Bang collection actually, because my Big Bang was just missing Daesang's loser card in order to finish up the R collection there. See, this process of claiming is a little painful. You can see a lot of R cards they're going through as of now. Next up, All For You I did later on after, I think it was my 6th or 7th song that night. But All For You was a bit more dead on the world record side of things, so I managed to claim an 8th place on it. This is followed up by Sechskies, if I'm not wrong, this song was Couple? Was it Couple? It was either Couple, I think it was Couple, that I managed to take 14th place on. And after then, this was Chivalry, which I managed to lock in first place. Sorry, this one is Couple, which I took 9th place on. Chivalry, I managed to take first place on, you can see here with the 5 R cards. And finally, this song, which trying to recall what the Korean for this was. Do excuse me, my Korean isn't really the best either. So for this song, I think it was, we're gonna have to check the song later, but it's one of the Sechskies songs I managed to place 14th place on. I think it was Something Special. Now I think about it, probably 14th place was Something Special. So next up, after we're done the Sechskies songs, these are the iKON songs that I managed to place at the bottom 50 places for, because of I had R26 on iKON, so I just played some of the songs just to boost my rewards a little bit. You can see all the iKON songs. You can see all the iKON songs over here. Up Till Killing Me, I managed to go and hold. I managed to go and hold the top 100 spot for the iKON songs with R26. So yeah, we're gonna claim through all these rewards and see what we get. So far, we haven't really gotten much yet. Hasn't really been much yet. I'm gonna flash up the cards I'm still missing for my card book in a bit. So first I'm gonna open up the card book. You can see my Big Bang collection just got finished because of getting Daesang's R cards in loser. So first up, we're gonna let me just get this up and running. Okay, so first up we have, you can see here we have a Chan Hyuk Dance. Okay, we're gonna be opening this up so you can see here in the top corner. Last Goodbye, Chankyuk Dance. That's the only card that's stopping me from R-maxing Akmu. So next one is iKON. iKON with a lot of gaps. Freedom, obviously I'll have to go and fix up the R cards later on. But I can see here for Rhythm Ta, I still have a few cards. So first up is J from J Rhythm Ta. Next will be Song Rhythm Ta again. And then after that we have Chanwoo Rhythm Ta. You can see the Freedom cards up here. I still have to R them. I'll do them during one of the park sessions. For Suhyun, I have a few cards. Just mainly these two AA cards. So Suhyun Dance, and then after Suhyun Rhythm for AA. So afterwards, when it comes down to the final one, which is Treasure. So Treasure, I still have a few more cards that yet to R, minus the 3 orange cards. First up, you can see for My Treasure, we have Jihoon's My Treasure card. Then we have Junkyu's My Treasure. And finally, for the last R card that I'm missing is Mashiho's card. Yeah, I heard about Jamie's slip up. Saw his Twitter post about it, and while it is really unfortunate that he played all the songs today, thinking that there was the locking potential of the world record. It is kind of funny though to think that September is in quarter 4. But yeah, so now we're going to continue the rest of the rewards. So these are the last 2 iKON songs up there. And now we're getting into the winner song. So this first 8th place one is for Winners Don't Flirt. Winners Don't Flirt, I managed to lock in 8th place on. For Winner, I R50'd them halfway through the season, so I only could clean up whatever spots were available. IS bonus is still active, so I managed to place 20 on it. But for the rest of the Winner songs, I just mostly cleaned them up in one night. Besides Don't Flirt, because Don't Flirt was a post-maintenance race, I had Loser race for that same day, so I just went for Loser instead. But yeah, besides Don't Flirt, the rest of it we're just cleaning up that 20th, 30th place. So, that's really unfortunate that Jamie didn't realize it until so late. Didn't expect Jamie to make such a mistake, considering that he's been quite veteran of the games. But you can see it for here, Yeah, Island, Full, Special Night, Love Me, Love Me. Here is empty. All these are mostly just clean up spots for the world records. So besides those, there wasn't really much to say about them. I just mainly cleaned up the world records after I managed to upgrade my winner deck at the very last minute. So really not much rewards from those winner songs. So afterwards, So, Millions, Everyday, Really. And that is it for the winner songs. Oh, that's unfortunate, thinking 9 plus 3 equals 12. So that's quarter 4. Nah, that's really unfortunate for him then. So after winner songs, we're gonna have the Blackpink songs. So first up, we start off with You Never Know. For You Never Know's race day, it was the same day as Love Dust that got unlocked. It was just last week actually, last Thursday. Same day that Orange came out. And then for You Never Know, the song got unlocked from the event group at the same time as Love Dust just came in as a no-card song. I just did Love Dust first because Big Bang songs. So I went for Love Dust first, sacrificed my spot on You Never Know, but managed to take the world record on Love Dust instead. So this is You Never Know, the first Blackpink song. Afterwards, Love Sick Girls Verse 2. This was another post-maintenance race. Love Sick Girls Verse 2 came out at the same time as I think it just came out on its own. Love Sick Girls Verse 2 came out on the Blackpink live team, and they're still looking for Love normal team, which by the way I advocate for those of you who do not have a LE yet. Go for, if you want to just get a normal team for Blackpink, go with the Still Looking for Love team. It's one of the best teams that they have in the game right now. But I managed to race for this on the subsequent week. That was the same time that How People Move and Treasure's live team came out. Next one, Crazy Over You. I choked really hard on the world record for this one, Ibis. not in a good state that day. It was the day that GFriend members announced that they have left Source Music, and there was the goodbye messages and all. So it wasn't really a good day for myself. I did really poorly on the racing. Managed to take 10th place somehow. So I choked up a lot on the initial runs. Yeah, I'm glad that they finally did add the Rose and Jenny LEs, because those have been a long time coming. But yeah, we're gonna claim through the cards now. We're gonna see what we get. Hopefully we get some. We manage to go and fill up some of these at the top. You can see up in that top left hand corner of the screen all the cards that I'm currently lacking to finish my card book. If you can get some of these today with these 290 plus other cards, that will help a lot. But yeah, these are just a bunch of side rewards. Next one, Lovesick Girls. The main Lovesick Girls song itself, verse 1. There was a race for it after the maintenance. There was a race for it after maintenance for Lovesick Girls. I managed to take 3rd place. My internet wasn't fast enough that day, unfortunately. Taking 3rd place against some people who managed to get really fast load times into the game. Unfortunately for post-maintenance races, most of it comes down to how fast you load into the game and whether you can one-try it. So if you don't load fast enough, you will still lose out the world record. In this case, I loaded in slower than the other 2 players, so I got 3rd place. Next up, Pretty Savage. This was the race that happened immediately after, on the first day itself. I still managed to hold 5th place even though I had to do other songs first. I did the Bobby songs that time instead of doing Blackpink songs, which led to me getting 5th place on Pretty Savage. Same for Love to Hate Me. Love to Hate Me was another song that came immediately after maintenance. So after doing Bobby songs, I went and do Blackpink songs. Next up, Kick It. Kick It was the very first bonus of quarter 2. It happened on April 2nd, which is April 1st was the reset day itself. So April 2nd, that night, I was racing for both Blackpink's Kill This Love mini album and Treasure's bonuses, because there was a bonus for Haruto's birthday, which was April 5th. So because of it, there was 2 bonuses I did that night. I did Kick It first because I predicted that song would be rare crowded. I went for Kick It instead. Then there's Forever Young. This one was on the same night as the D4 race. D4 race, I went for Do first instead of Forever Young. Managed to take 9th place on Forever Young, which was a pleasant surprise. I thought I'll be in the top 15 or top 20, but was still top 10, so that was much better than expected. Stay, another one for the poll, another day one song. And finally, As If Your Last, to round up this last batch of world record rewards, As If Your Last was a single song race. It happened towards the end of the quarter. Managed to pull off my 0-0 timing as per usual, and with that 0-0 timing, I managed to lock in the 1st place on As If It's Your Last. So first we're going to claim through the rewards. Yeah, after maintenance ends, it's very tough to get world records because you basically have to load fast. You have to start the song immediately, and then the first refresh happens about 6 minutes after maintenance ends. 6-7 minutes after maintenance ends is when first refresh happens. That's when you can actually check your actual placing, which is why we always saw. So refreshes, for those of you who are unaware, it happens on a 15-minute cycle. The first one's about 6 minutes, I would say, after the hour. So let's say 6 minutes after the hour first. Next refresh is 21 minutes after the hour, followed by 36 minutes after the hour, and then 51 after the hour. So it just goes on a 15-minute cycle. For post-maintenance races, you can check a result 6 minutes afterwards, which is why every time after a maintenance, you get the world record, or maybe you might get some placing. You lock out, you just go back to the lobby, wait for a few minutes, and then you can check your actual results. And there we go, first one down for tonight. Soohyun's AA dance done for today. Let me just fill up something here. This is J-Hyuk's, Do-Young's, and another one done. Mashio, So 2 cards down out of the 9. Let's see if we can get any more. My Treasure Jungkyu. Oh, getting any results on Baekhyun is insane, so I really have to hats off to you for pulling off any results on Baekhyun. Those are very difficult. Baekhyun's leaderboards are way too crowded, too many players on it. So being able to get first place, in fact, is pretty insane. Alright, so far nothing much for the rest of the rewards yet. We're getting some of the teams that we want, but it's not the card that we wanted from it. Okay, and there we go, another batch of world records down. So carry on from there, don't know what to do. I did all my other treasure songs first that night. After doing all the treasure songs, I went to do Kill This Love and Don't Know What to Do. So for Don't Know What to Do, I did it afterwards. I managed to do it in one try, which was better than what I expected, but took 4th place for it. Next one was How You Like That. Well, How You Like That, the race night, it was at the end of the quarter. I was just getting vaccinated the very next day, so I planned my vaccination around the How You Like That race. Managed to do it the first try, pull off my 0-0 timing, and there we go, 1st place on How You Like That. Kill This Love, as I've explained, I had to do the treasure songs first, so I did it later, but I managed to take 6th place on it. Do on it was the same night as Forever Young. Went for do first. 0-0 timing, 1st place locked in. Playing with Fire was immediately after the world record resetted, so it was a low ranking. Same for Whistle. So I was surprised that I managed to get into the top 10 for Whistle actually, because Whistle I thought would be more filled up. And finally for Orange. Orange is a treasure song. It was a song that was literally came out just right before the world record resetted. Managed to take 8th place in my event deck, so I'm surprised by it, but I'm just kind of happy that I managed to get placing it all in there. So now we're just going to claim the rewards. See if we get anything. Last Goodbye Chant Hook Dance is done. You can see the rest of the rewards haven't really shown much. Junkyu appearing again. Rhythm Ta Bobby, unfortunately not the Rhythm Ta card we need. We need Jae Sung or Chan. It feels very weird calling Chan. People call him Chan Woo instead. By experience, just by being a fan of iKON for longer, it just feels very weird to call them by the new stage names. Okay, now coming up next, Treasure World Records. Treasure World Records has been pretty much mostly a sweep other than for Boy. So for my treasure, it was a post-maintenance race. It happened the same day as Love Sick Girls Burst 2. I was very shocked but that there was a no-cut song, but I managed to pull it off on the first attempt. Be With Me was on the same day as Mino's Aurora. I raced for Aurora first, went for Be With Me afterwards. Took 1st place because Cap was busy with Better that day, so I managed to take 1st place out of Be With Me. Going Crazy was doing the big treasure bonus for Haruto's birthday. So Going Crazy, My Treasure, Bling Like This, and These songs were all done on Haruto's birthday. That was on April 2nd, same night as the Kill This Love album bonus. It was a very tiring night. Let me preface that because there was a lot of focus required for it. But managed to lock in 1st place on everything except for Boy. So that was a very good night. And this set of rewards is going to be very strong, so you can see a lot of diamonds coming in soon. Okay, so far nothing much for the rewards yet. Just mostly same outcasts I have ready. So far just the reward scene are the same. Unfortunately not the Rhythm Ta card we need. Still not the card that we need. 640 diamonds for this batch though, so that's quite a bit. I Love You and Boy, those are the last 2 songs for Treasure. So for Boy, I considered it to Cap. Cap was able to do it faster than I did, so Cap managed to take a world record on Boy, while for I Love You, which was Treasure's other song, the 2nd title track that they released, I managed to take 1st place on it, so that was a surprise. Next up, Bobby Songs. So Bobby Songs, everything was open on day 1. That was an insane rush from the very beginning. But there was also a lot fewer Bobby players at that time. This time there's a lot more Bobby players, so my rankings are a lot lower. Managed to sweep 5 out of the 8 Bobby songs that day. So you can see first up was Let It Go. Then it was Devil. So these 2 I managed to take immediately on 1st place. Gorgeous, I ended up later because I let my friends play Gorgeous before I did. Managed to take 6th place on it though, so that was not too bad. In the Dark, fairly easy song, took 2nd place, lost to Totoy Golem that time. and Rockstar managed to take first place on it. So now we're gonna claim through the rewards and just see if we get anything in particular. So yeah, the Bobby songs is all open on day one. There wasn't really much to say about it other than I just rushed everything at when it opened up, and then from there I just hoped that I could get some more records. Haven't really seen much. Jumping's dance card appearing once again, but so far hasn't really been anything. Alright, next up is You Mad. 10 Day, I managed to sweep at the start. Then finally it is Bobby's I Love You. So that was all Bobby's stuff. The results for the day was pretty good. Other than Gorgeous, In the Dark, and I Love You, I managed to take first place on the other songs. Unfortunately, cannot say the same for today. Choked out my first play on In the Dark, and then afterwards managed to take world record on Rockstar and Devil, but I placed really poorly on the other songs because I went to do Taeyang's and Mino songs first to take world records on those. So next up, Mino, the other soloist that YG really likes to acknowledge. So for Mino, managed to take first place on Aurora. That was the same day as Treasures Be With Me. Both were unlocked on the very same day. There was no bonus for this. It was just a post-maintenance race. Managed to lock in first place somehow. I was at work that day actually. I just quickly went to take a quick break to go and lock in the world record for Aurora. Next up is OK Man. That was post-maintenance race. There was a bonus score, so I had to rush immediately. Locked in second place because I choked up my runs on Mino songs. This time I managed to take first place on OK Man, so I'm pretty happy. As for Runaway, also second place in last season, first place this season. So yeah, we're going to claim some more rewards and see what we get. Will we get any of the cards that we need? So many, quite a bit of Jongwoo cards. I like Jongwoo a lot, but not now, man. I need. And there we go, Song's Rhythm Star card. Will we get any more of the other Rhythm Stars that we need? So far, nothing much. Just the teams that we want, but all the wrong members. Or the wrong member, but the right team. The right member, but the wrong teams. And then now we're moving on to. This is the last bit from This is from Fiancé. Mino's Fiancé managed to take second place on it on the post-maintenance world record. This one is Top's Doom Dada, not very competitive. With my R16 that I took 13th place on it. Love Dust. Now we're going to the Big Bang World Records. And boy oh boy, Big Bang World Records have a big story to tell behind them. So for Love Dust, that was a post-maintenance race. It happened at the same time last week actually, but you never know. So I managed to go and claim that world record immediately. I love Love Dust a bit, it's one of my favourite Big Bang songs. So seeing Love Dust in game, I just went straight for it. Next up, Loser, another post-maintenance race. Lost out by a few seconds, I think it was about 13 seconds slower than the first place for post-maintenance, so I took second on it. Last Dance, the song that I absolutely choked really hard on during the last season. So last season when it came to the Big Bang bonus, which was on Daesang's birthday, I went to try as many songs as I could that night. Last Dance I took about 15th place because I cannot do Last Dance for the life of me. Managed to lock it in at the end of the night though. Took about an hour after the bonus began to finish Last Dance, which was my final song for the day. La La La, I basically just took a big chance on it. It was my second song that night. I just took a chance to go and try to get the world record. Last Dance is a very weird rhythm, which is why it's very hard to do. There's a bit of a weird tapping rhythm there. And then afterwards, We Like to Party. So We Like to Party came on a separate bonus. It was for the A single album bonus. It was a different night. It was a 3% bonus. So managed to lock in world record on We Like to Party that night. So I'm quite pleased with myself, and I'm out of the inventory. We have 982 inventory slots, not enough to claim more rewards actually. So let me just since I've actually finished my Suhyun cards for this, I'm gonna unlock some Suhyun cards. So I get one inventory and I can sell stuff also. So this will hurt. You see, but we are gonna unlock inventory spots this way. This is the only way I can think of to unlock my inventory now that I am just so full on the number of cards that I need, the cards that I do have now. But yeah, I'm gonna claim the rest of the rewards first. fill up the rest of the inventory spots. So far, nothing for the rewards actually, and we get a nice change of pace in the songs. We get to hear the nice lobby music instead. Keep getting AA cards, but it's not the AA card I want. Unfortunately, I want the rhythm card for it. Now we're going to continue the Big Bang songs. Blue, my friend, good friend, VIP Haru. Yeah, he's known in game just Haru as I know him. He managed to take the world record for that one with a 0-0 timing. Locked in 5th place afterwards. Fantastic Baby, I was very surprised. I somehow managed to pull off the first try on Fantastic Baby. It was a song that I did not expect to do it because it was just very difficult. But I managed to pull off my first try on Fantastic Baby that night, and I was shocked as hell, but I still had the race, so I just continued racing afterwards. 4th place on Era Morgetta. I do not want to read out the English name here because I'm going to get demonetized for it. Bang Bang Bang, managed to lock in 1st place on the same night as We Like to Party. I was surprised no one really did Bang 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 after the first refresh. I think there was only myself on the world record there. Next one was this 1st place was for Last Farewell. Last Farewell, I was also very shocked myself that night. That night I managed to lock in 1st place on Last Farewell on my first attempt, so that was a very shocking night because I way outperformed that what I would normally do. Normally I'll not be able to pull off the first tries on these songs, but I managed to pull it off that night. Then afterwards we also have this one. The next one I think is Haru Haru. Managed to get 4th place on Haru Haru. And then afterwards this one is Maji Insama, which is Last Farewell. The other 1st place was for Sunset Glow, which is my first song that night. And I'm out of inventory again, unfortunately. Gonna have to sell even more cards. Probably gonna have to upgrade actually. I'm just gonna upgrade Soohyun's cards because she's right here. I am so full on inventory. You can see this is just straight up. Okay, that is a wall. There's a real wall to see. I have no space at all. This will absolutely hurt people who play the Superstar games a lot. Throwing S cards at the R10. But I really do not have inventory at all. I just have to go and burn off stuff. YG has way too small of inventory as it is for the current players. A lot of players, including my good friend Cap, has expressed a lot of disappointment because we're all stuck with this much inventory. We have too many cards, we don't have enough inventory for it, so we just have to burn off stuff. You can see I'm also running out of RP actually. I went to upgrade my iKON earlier today because I just needed inventory space to go and start off this world record unboxing stream. But yeah, there we go, Soohyun's at R11 now. And now we can find still not enough to claim rewards. Life is pain. You can see the amount of dupe cards. Let me just send groups on. You can see that some of these I have a lot of dupe cards in, especially for Jenny's solo. The amount of dupes that I have right now is insane. I'm gonna have to sell all of these off actually because I just don't have space don't have the space nor the RP to go and continue upgrading cards. Shining Solo can wait another day because I've already R-maxed it. Just look at the amount of iKON cards over here. Alright, now we're gonna claim the rewards for Big Bang. A lot of Aya cards. Rhythm Tar, but is for Donghyuk, so it's not what I'm looking for. Alright, Chanwoo's Rhythm Tar card. Just as I said, it's not what I'm looking for. We get Chanwoo's Rhythm Tar. Getting Jihoon cards, but it's not for the team that I want. Cards, but it's not for the member I want. Still nothing yet. Chanwoo's card comes back again. Alright, so after Maji Insama, this one I think was Haru Haru, I think. no, it's not Haru Haru. Cozy Mind. So this was Big Bang Slice. Managed to take second place on it. Next up, Taeyang World Records. For Taeyang, Ringa Linga was a post-maintenance race. I just had to race for it. I was actually out on a haircut that day, getting this wicked haircut that you can see right now on stream. But it was a haircut day. I went out doing maintenance to get my hair cut, and I was like, oh my god, there's no way I can actually make it for the race. Just so happens that day, my hairstylist finishes 5 minutes early. I pay up quickly, I run downstairs, I found a random table, I don't even know which shop it was for. But I managed to go and find a table and I just played Ringa Linga on the spot. Locked in world record. While still outside on data. Only Look at Me was doing a race night. It was 9% for Taeyang's birthday plus the album anniversary. That day when I managed to lock in the world record, it was my first time getting 0-0 timing. Then afterwards, this was Ice No Slips, taking 15th place on it, and then first place for Wedding Dress doing Taeyang's birthday bonus. For why I don't pull LE or finish event on stream, sometimes I do have to purchase actual packs with money, so this will mean that I don't want to leak out my own credentials when I do pull the packs on stream. And that's actually it for the world record rewards. You